Today I am going to introduce you with the chapter cell. At first, come to the term cell. What is cell? Cell is a structural and functional unit of any living organism. If you consider any living organism, maybe animal, maybe plant or any other living organism, its body is made up of maybe one cell, then it is called unicellular organism, or maybe multiple number of cells, then it is called multicellular organism. But the common thing is cell. Cell is present in all living organisms. In your chapter cell, there are two types of cells are discussed about. One is animal cell, and another one is plant cell. Right? In this video, we will learn about animal cells only. So let's start the diagram. Now, we will draw the diagram of a typical animal cell. Okay? If we draw an animal cell, then at first we have to draw the outline. Here, the outline is called cell membrane. Okay? It is also called plasma membrane. Inside the cell membrane, there is a fluid-like substance is present, and this fluid is called cytoplasm. You know, cell is technically termed as site. Cell is technically called as site. So, inside a site, the plasma or liquid present, it is called cytoplasm. So, the entire cell is filled with cytoplasm, and in the cytoplasm, there are several organelles floating. Right? The main organelle inside a cell is nucleus, more or less round in shape, but this nucleus is double membrane bound. This is double membrane bound. This is a single membrane and this is double membrane. But we have to remember that this nuclear membrane is not continuous. There are several discontinuity. So, we have to draw the diagram like this. Okay. What is shown here? Double membrane bound structure nucleus, and these pores are called nucleopore. Inside the nucleus, there is also a plasma-like structure, a fluid-like structure, semi-liquid-like structure. This is called nucleoplasm. Like cytoplasm, here present nucleoplasm. And inside this nucleoplasm, there are several thread-like structures present. These are called chromatin fiber. Okay? And inside nucleus, there is a very minute structure and it is darkly stained body. It is called nucleolus. Let's label these parts. This is nuclear membrane. Okay? This is nucleopore. This is nucleolus. And this is chromatin fiber. Like our brain is the main part of our body, similarly, nucleus is the main part of a cell. Okay? This chromatin fiber are bearing DNA. If people know about DNA, DNA is the structure which carry the paternal character up to the next generation. That means it is a genetic material that carry character from parent to offspring and generation after generation. So this is the chromatin material which is bearing DNA. Okay. The next structure after nucleus is ribosome, and you can see these dotted structures shown here. These are ribosomes. They are freely rotating in the cytoplasm, or sometimes they are attached with endoplasmic reticulum, which I am going to show you later. Now these ribosomes, let's label this structure ribosome. These ribosomes are called protein factory as because they are synthesizing protein. Okay. The next structure is endoplasmic reticulum, which is starting from this nuclear membrane. It is track-like structure, vesicle-like structure. This endoplasmic reticulum are called the drainage part of cell because they sometimes remove the nuclear waste from the nucleus up to the cytoplasm, and sometimes they package some substances from cytoplasm, the important substance from cytoplasm up to the nucleus. This endoplasmic reticulum also provide the framework, the structural strength to the cell, because the cell is very delicate in structure, and this endoplasmic reticulum is a network-like structure. Okay, so they are providing strength or skeleton to the cell. Now, this endoplasmic reticulum may be devoid of ribosome, and sometimes they are filled with ribosome. The endoplasmic reticulum, which is devoid of ribosome, it is smooth in structure. Okay, their surface is smooth, so it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And the part which is attached with ribosome, it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum because their surface is rough due to presence of ribosome. Now, we already know that ribosome is the part which synthesizes protein. So, this part of endoplasmic reticulum, that is RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is particularly synthesizing protein. It is the part which concerned with protein synthesis. And this part which is devoid of ribosome, it is not synthesizing protein, and that's why it is synthesizing fat, lipids. Okay, and sometimes it also help us in detoxification. Okay, the next structure we are talking about is mitochondria. Mitochondria is another important cellular organelle or cytoplasmic organelle which is double membrane bound, which has characteristic inner folds. You can see I am showing here inner folds. Okay, this mitochondria is called powerhouse of cell. Let's label the structure mitochondria. In singular it is called mitochondrion, and in plural it is called mitochondria. More than one, it is called mitochondria. Now this mitochondria is called powerhouse because inside mitochondria our respiration is happening. Whenever you intake any kind of food, maybe glucose, that means maybe carbohydrate, maybe protein, maybe fat, then this kind of food is going to the mitochondria. From carbohydrate, the glucose is broken down and it releases energy. Okay, so this mitochondria is releasing energy. That's why it is called powerhouse of cell. Another important feature about mitochondria is that mitochondria has its own DNA and own ribosome. Mark the point, mitochondria has its own DNA and own ribosome. This DNA is different than nuclear DNA. As mitochondria has its own DNA, that's why it can synthesize itself whenever the cell requires. That's why it is called autonomous organ. Okay. After mitochondria, the next cell organelle is Golgi body. You can see, I have already shown here the vesicle-like structure and a few vacuoles. The entire structure is called Golgi bodies or Golgi aperture. Its function is packaging. Whenever these ribosomes are here, synthesize any protein, okay, these ACR synthesize any lipid, then this protein, lipid, etc. come to the Golgi, and the Golgi then pack those protein and lipid together and form lipoprotein. Similarly, they pack carbohydrate and protein together to form glycoprotein, etc. etc. So it is called the packaging unit of a cell. After Golgi body, the next cellular organelle is vacuole. You know, vacuole is like this structure. In animal cell, vacuoles are very minimum in number. From this Golgi body, sometimes these vacuoles get separated and they enlarge in size and they form another structure. It is known as lysosome. Lysosome. This lysosome is the digestive machine of a cell because this lysosome can engulf any unwanted substance that enter inside the cell. And sometimes whenever this cell get worn out or any damaged cell, then this lysosome enlarges enormously. This lysosome enlarges enormously, okay, and engulf the entire cell also, right? That's why it is called the digestive part, or it is better known as the suicide bag because in any dangerous condition, this lysosome can destroy the cell to survive our body properly. Okay, that's why it is called suicide bag. And the last part of animal cell is this part. This is very important part, and this is unique part of animal cell, what is found only in animal cell, not in plant cell. It is known as centrosome. Centrosome. You can see at the center there are 2 points. These are called centriole, and surrounding the centriole there are several tubule-like structure. These are tubule-like structures, and they are radiating from a common center. These are called asters, aster rays. Okay, so this centriole along with asters, total structure is called centrosome. This centrosome provide the plane for division of animal cell. As we all know that a cell divides into 2 new cells, and then these 2 new cells again divide to form 4 new cells. That means always a cell divides in double multiplication rate to grow any animal body, okay, or any plant body. So this centriole and centrosome provide the plane for animal cell division, about which we will discuss in different class. Okay, this is the last part of animal cell. And rather than these parts, there are vacuoles also in animal cell vacuoles are very small and in plant cell vacuoles are large. So we will discuss about vacuole in that class. Okay. So for today, this class I am winding here. So it was a small introduction about animal cells, and in next class we will discuss about plant cells.